Don't forget to do three things: subscribe, like, and share.
What's going on? This is Nick from On the Block with Nick, a podcast designed to inspire, educate, and inform somebody somewhere around the world. Today on the block, I'm going to talk about parenting.
Parenting is
Um,
tough. Parenting is tough.
Parenting is tough. It's a hard job when you get the news from your significant other that she's pregnant. It's a life changing event. You are filled with a lot of emotions. It's like a roller coaster ride of emotions. You realize this is a blessing. So you're happy. It's something that, you've wanted, hopefully, but it's something that you wanted. But then you come to the realization that you're going to be responsible for another life and not really knowing what takes place in raising a child. You then begin to have fears, unsteadiness, worries, doubt, and that stays with you. It stays with you as you're going through your journey. As a parent, there's no manual, there's nothing written down that's saying step one, do this, step two, do this. It's not a case you can break open that says, in case of an emergency, do this. All you can do is rely on the things that you were taught, the character, your character, the lessons that were handed down to you by your mother, father, grandfather, or whoever was a role model in your life, and kind of teach and learn as you go along. As you come across that special day where it's time for your significant other to give birth, that day is the most life changing day ever, because now it's a reality. You're responsible for that 7 pound, 5 ounce boy or girl, for feeding, sheltering, protecting, everything you could think of. And you experience a love that you have never felt before for anyone. And as you begin to raise the child, like I said before, the best you know how, you're going to make mistakes. You're not going to be perfect. There's going to be bumps across, there's going to be bumps along the road. You're going to have your good times, you're going to have your bad times. But at the end of the day, all you want to do is provide for your child so they can be the best individual that they can be. You want to ensure that you give them the tools so that they can succeed or be successful in life. If they have a dream, you want them to achieve their dream, capture it, chase dreams and capture it. You just want the best for them. You just want the best for them. And this is the case with Ja Morant. He had a dream to go to the NBA. He achieved his dream. He was successful at achieving his dream. And the relationship between him and his father, you can tell is close. You can tell he pushed him. You can tell he did all the right things in the development of Ja Morant. You can tell because look where he's at. He didn't do it on his own. And it's not a coincidence that you see his father with him. So, first, give credit to his father for being in his life because some people are not strong enough to take that journey. That's the first thing. That's the first thing you should be really looking at when you look at this John Morant situation and trying to place blame on the dad or saying he should have did this or did that. Let's start with what he did to get him to where he is now. I applaud him for that because it ain't easy. It ain't easy. And I get it. People are saying that when they look and they see the incident with Shannon Sharp and everything that happened, and John Morant father was over there, in the mix of everything. I get it. When you see it, you make a assumption of what that individual stands for or what you see at that moment. But that's not what you should really be focusing on. In my opinion, you need to be focused more on Ja because now he's of age. He's of age. He's an adult. And all those lessons that his father taught him, all those things, all that discipline instilled in him to get to where he's at, he didn't learn on his own. That was put in him by somebody, and I'm pretty sure it was his father. So at this point, it's up to him to live his life as an adult and definitely understand actions have consequences. And you can't place blame on the father. And you can't place blame on any parent if they done everything that they were supposed to do and your child as an adult does things that you didn't raise them to do. You didn't raise them to live a certain way. You raise them with values. You can't expect a child to live a perfect life because you've made mistakes as well. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. And understanding that when you come into a massive amount of money, your life changes dramatically. And as a parent, if you never had that amount of money, or if you don't really understand the things that come along with it, or can't kind of foresee or project those things, then it's going to be a problem. And that's part of what he's experiencing now. Now, I will say, when you look at his father, he's there at the games, he's enjoying a lot of the success as well, which he should. I mean, his son. He should enjoy it. But he's also traveling a road that he's never been down as well. The fame, success, etc. That's tough. That's tough. Hopefully this opens both their eyes to see how quickly things can shift. Hopefully this helps Ja father to understand he has a different role now in assisting his son achieve greatness. As a parent, all you can do is just hope for the best, right? And Ja's a grown man that makes his own decisions. He's a grown man that makes his own decisions. It can be very painful to sit back and try to influence or provide some type of guidance to your child, knowing that it's falling on deaf ears. That could be very painful because you know what's going to happen. You already know the end results in most cases when you're trying to provide guidance to your child, or you're trying to help them navigate through certain situations because they're still young, they're still learning themselves, right? They're just still trying to understand life and the lessons that come along with it. You're more seasoned, you've been through more things, So you should be able to provide a little more guidance to them, but they're not trying to hear that. In some cases, not most, but in some, they just want to be in charge of their own destiny, so to speak. They want to make their own mistakes, not really understand the impact of them. And that goes back to, as a parent, you wanting to protect them, do the best you can. And sometimes it just don't work out the way you want it to. Sometimes you do the best you can, and the best is not good enough. Sometimes it just works out like that. But always remember, as your child stumbles and fall, you're there to pick them up. And you provide that shoulder to cry on, or that hug, or that I love you that they need. Because when they fall down, it's your job as a parent to pick them back up, or assist them, I should say, in getting back up, and let them know that it's okay to fall, but you can't stay down. You got to get up. And again, parenting is tough. And the lessons that Ja is learning now, he should be able to put in his bank, or his bag, trick bag, bank, whatever you want to call it, because he's a parent as well. And I hope that he learns from things that he's experienced, and understands, as he go through his journey of being a parent, the trials and tribulations that he will face, and hopefully he has methods and things that he can use. All right, my viewers, I got the block hot, blazing, and I'm out.